Somewhere beyond the sea, someone's waiting for me. My baby stands on golden sand.
My lover stands
like all sailing.
Danny.
Oh, everything's gonna be okay.
I'm worried the exercises aren't enough.
I don't think the exercises really matter.
They matter.
Of course they matter.
8 years is enough, Danny. I am ready. Now I want to have this baby and I want it to be perfect. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure it's perfect.
I'm sorry. I'm just tired. I wasn't thinking clearly. Of course they matter. And you are doing such a great job keeping up with it all, making sure that we have the best possible chances, that you both are healthy. You're already such a great mom. Already. I knew you would be. And I love you. I love you for doing this for us. I would if I could.
Of course. I know you would. I love that you would. I love that I am, that we are. Tomorrow at the doctor's with all the tests.
You're gonna do great. We're all gonna do great.
I just thought I'd do a few extra stretches just in case.
Very good thinking. Perfect thinking. But bed now. You both need your rest, Mommy.
Yes.
Take a deep breath.
I'm not
saying that you are.
hysterical or hypervigilant or overreactive.
Of course not, but your hormones are going crazy right now.
Stop patronizing me.
Stop asking for it.
Now I'm.
No, sorry.
That wasn't nice.
I love you.
You only say that when you fuck up.
I do not.
You only.
I say it all the time. Or I will say it all the time. I love you. 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 I love you.
Okay.
Really?
Yes, fine, okay.
Fine or okay? Because fine means you're not fine. And okay means
Okay. Well, you're coming home.
When are you coming home? I am at home. You are.
I'm coming home now. I'm on my way. The doctor wasn't like.
Let's talk about it when you get.
I might explode before.
Then let's talk about it now, calmly.
I am calm. I am calm. The doctor wasn't entirely hopeful, not as positive.
Don't overreact.
I am not overreacting.
About
The physical results. The genetics on the baby's physical, that all looks good.
Oh, good. What about cognitive?
Good, it wasn't about.
Then whatever is left, it will be fine. Not fine. Not you're fine. Really good. Great, even.
Genetic dice.
But you and I, there's not going to be anything behavioral because we are.
Biological
Everybody says
dice.
the perfect couple.
Roll the dice and buy the
We
danger.
are healthy, behaviorally speaking. Maybe a little undiagnosed ADHD at times.
C.S. Lewis.
But we've combined the both of us, well-educated, thoughtful, generous, you to a fault. A fucking.
Can we skip
I'm
this?
just saying, we are model citizens. Huh? I am the very model of a I thought you finished the chorus there.
Danny. The 3-sided genetic dice of pre-certification. The final test. 1, physical. 2, cognitive. 3,
No, it makes no sense. You were in that emotionally disturbed
extra sensitivity.
class when you were younger, but you grew out of that. We can, whatever the baby might be, we can handle it, you and I.
3,
behavioral? The doctor was concerned about the baby's behavioral genes.
there are things, aberrations, long lines of. He showed me the graph, and there are these spikes of misgivings that indicate, could indicate, might indicate sociopathy or extreme anger. There's no way of knowing what nurture, how it could or wouldn't affect the baby, the child. There would be genetic retesting at age 18, but the doctor wanted us to think about, even with the unknowingness of it all, he highly recommended that we take the shot, that we end the pregnancy. Now, 3 weeks in, one quick shot, an hour waiting in his office, maybe a few cramps, and then we can begin again. Immediately. He recommended, because these tests, these signs and wonders of modern medicine, okay, with these test results, no one will issue a pre-certificate. The aberrations are too great, the unknowns too algorithmically unpredictable. The baby would be uncertified, uncertifiable, possibly never certified, possibly with long-term observation and hundreds of thousands of dollars in carers and early intervention specialists and everything else possibly certified. Retested at 18, maybe certified, and if not, stuck. Being one of them, forced into a life of monitoring and manual labor, or take the shot now and begin again. Now would be the best time, he said.
Oh,
Annie,
yes, Renee.
I love you.
When are you coming home?
I think I'm being followed.
Oversensitivity is a lifelong illness. Maybe what the doctor said, what you thought the doctor said, wasn't as bad as, I'm just saying. Look, and hormones do crazy things to pregnant women's bodies. Remember that story we read about the woman who, and you both laughed at this, she woke up covered in sweat, convinced that she was going to give birth to a pterodactyl, and made her husband take her to the ER to get an emergency ultrasound just to be sure that her hadn't invaded her womb.
The doctor said, he said that the sperm was tested before insemination. It has to be us. It has to be our combined eggs.
Sweetie, I believe you completely and totally and utterly and with my whole heart. I believe you, but what you heard, what you say you heard just isn't a possibility. It's my fault. It's my fault. I should have come with you. I should have. I thought it would be nothing. You're not good with. Just come home.
I am not oversensitive. I'm not paranoid. This is not hormones. And I understood what the doctor was saying, and I can see that he didn't sign the form, and I think someone followed me home from the doctor's office. Someone or something. These things are real.
Honey, baby, sweetie, look, my love, we are not that kind of people. We are not. Our baby is not uncertifiable. I mean, I just can't believe that. I mean, I trust you too, but just bring the results. Come home to me.
Because Annie was...
I wasn't, I promise.
She says that she wasn't.
I wasn't.
Drunk that night, but I remember...
You were drunk that night.
I remember dancing across the Piazza of the Castillo San Felipe de Morro, across the crumbling cobblestones, every step a promise. The heat of the day pouring from our bodies down into the streets, down into each other, the uncompromising radiance of love.
It's defined by a gallon of red wine.
Our shoes tapping out forever, forever, forever.
My heel was broken, they tapped out. Please be careful and don't break my ankle.
It was a quarter moon. There were little lights on strings.
Lanterns, tissue paper swinging from braided fabric, colorful riding alike. Silks. So delicate you could crush them with a breath.
And she said,
I something to tell you.
And I said,
You're drunk!
I did. And then I said,
What, my darling?
and then she said, I'm pregnant. Oh, that was loud.
I told you I was being followed.
Renee, did you hear? Did you? Of all the things, I mean,
Right?
we weren't even trying after all the trouble you two had. We were gonna start early, but oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said it.
It's fine. We are so thrilled and excited for you.
And how are you feeling?
And don't cry.
It's fine.
Fine or okay?
Everything's going great. Thank you for asking, for taking the time to ask.
Of course, we need to know everything.
Well, the important things.
No, everything. What to eat, what to wear, everything. And when you took the pre-test, did they hurt? How did you score in each area? Is it okay to ask that? How long did it take your baby's certification to come through?
I hear there's a backlog.
But there's nothing anyone can do about that.
Certification.
Of course, the pre-tests do not hurt. They make sure of that. And of course, we got the baby is pre-certified. I mean, we're just waiting for the certificate itself. But yeah, yeesh, red tape, paperwork out of it.
But
We're just waiting for the certificate itself in the envelope, in the mail. They mail it now, don't they? Used to be hand delivery only, but what with the population control still in place and the water shortage, they want to make sure that every baby born is the best it can be. So there are checks, double checks, triple checks to keep us all safe, all quite necessary. And so we keep checking the mail, but yeah, there is a backlog. So we haven't gotten the pre-certificate yet, but it's coming. Of course, it's coming. The certificate itself in the envelope in the mail.
You feeling okay, Dad?
Just tired. Been up late, reading, making lists for Renee.
Sure.
Of course, all of those books. I need to know all about those too.
excuse me. I need to. Yeah, good night.
It's fine. She's fine. It's been a
You don't have to
long
apologize.
day. She's just tired.
Maybe I should.
No, it's fine.
No problem at all.
Now just tell me everything.
Right, sure.
Yes, of course, sorry. Just all of it.
Your list?
Yes! Lists! Oh!
I will send them over to you. And the books. Of course, they are yours. They are yours. Why would we need them anymore, right? Why indeed?
I told her I was being followed.
She didn't believe you? Bitches!
Stop it.
And I told her I wasn't ready to talk to her. See, I told her to cancel, and
She said that I worry too much.
Wives!
Wives. Husbands, partners, whatever, the pseudo other half. And like I said, this is not the end. We can tell Anne and Jamie. I mean, Try again.
Of course, now you're thinking straight.
Little feet and fingers, growing an inch at a time, sliding up the door frame of pencil markings, big, bigger, biggest, until she grows into her teeth and the sharp ideas of the grown world.
Little dreams coming true, growing into big dreams.
And this could just be a first try. You know, like sometimes we all trip first time out the door.
And Ann and Jamie will understand. When you take the shot, they'll be there for you.
But, I mean, they wouldn't unwelcome. They know us. I mean, even if we kept the...
I didn't mean that.
They are our friends, our close friends. Years now, and promotions, and dinners, and...
Why don't we just get back to it?
Oh, we met because they needed help moving into their first apartment. And we happened to be living upstairs at the time, and we saw them struggling, and... I mean, we sat on the floor together that night. Boxes all around, drank champagne, ate greasy pizza. They would not disown us if we had a child that was not pre-certified. No. Danny thinks they would.
They would.
They won't.
They could.
They could, but they wouldn't. They won't.
You could always move with it to the
No.
make new friends.
Look, Danny and I, the shit we did, and we have our certificates. We are certified. And we still fuck shit up. And fucking practical brass tacks, probably only does it missionary style. Ann, what the hell would she be at Bakersfield LTD if it weren't for Danny dragging her up the corporate fucking ladder? So no, they would not exile us. They would not refuse to let their kid play with our kid. They would not do whatever it is people do when people they know, friends, closer than family, have a kid who is uncertified. Or uncertifiable. I mean, they get us. And behavior can be sorted out, right? It's the easiest of the big three to stop it.
I had a grandfather, Max.
You?
Shut up and listen to my story.
Oh, is he a stork too?
You know, this is why nobody likes you.
Everybody loves me. I'm a Pop-Tart. Go on, tell me about Sir Max.
Maximilian the Stork, the Sixth.
The sixth! Oh, like there's a lineage.
The sixth! Was a fine stork. Long, elegant legs, a beak that couldn't be beat. Every baby wanted to be carried by him. He would wrap them so gently in silk fabric, in the color of their choosing, None of this pink blue gender stereotype bullshit. But he had an undiagnosed heart condition. And when they finally discovered it, it was too late, too far gone to fix it. But he wouldn't stop. Carrying babies in handkerchiefs and looking ridiculous was his favorite thing to do. And he felt strong and sure, no matter what the doctor said. And one night, he's carrying one of those babies over the ocean, and his heart condition kicks in, and his heart stops, and he drops that baby into the ocean. It drowns. Then he drops into the ocean after it, and he drowns. 2 lives gone like that. When they pulled that baby's body out of the water, she was still clutching her pacifier in her hand, and her mouth was open, like she was still screaming for life, for a future she would never have due to Grandpa's heart condition. Screaming for her mother, whom she would never suckle, and her partner, whom she would never meet. So think about that. Think about, you don't want to do the certification. You want to take on society? You want to take on nature and nurture? And the fucking genetic code itself? Go broke trying to get certified after the kid is born? You may not just be killing your baby. You may be killing someone else's. We got to get the bad shit out of our genes, man. The heart conditions, the behavioral conditions, whatever it may be. Get it? Gone. This is the only way.
You're not real, right? You're just a side effect of the pot.
You saw me long before the pot, kid.
Renee, you okay?
Yeah, you can join me. Gonna have to give him up soon anyway.
You coming to bed?
I keep thinking about.
Too much. You're thinking too much. Just come to bed.
I want her advice.
She's giving you.
Wanted her advice.
You still do.
I do, but
And she loves
To
to.
tell me what to do. She loves to tell me what to do.
and it works. That works out because.
She can be a bit.
But everyone gets credit. Everyone gets raises. She makes sure. But I don't. On this, I want her advice. I do. It's important. And if anyone researches and practices and makes the right choices, it's Danny.
And she wants to give it the advice. So what's the.
Recertification? Do you really think?
And-
But I mean, please. It sounds like.
We don't know a thing. It's just a feeling, a supposition.
She ran into the room when we're all discussing
I
it.
told you she just
left.
needed some air. It's a lot. The process is a lot for anyone. There were tests and appointments.
But it's perfect.
I would be nervous too. I am nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I mean, you know.
No. Why are you? There's nothing to be nervous about. There's nothing to be. You shouldn't be nervous. There's no reason to be nervous about our testing, our results, our baby's
It's
free.
been a long night. Let's go to bed.
There's no reason, James Winston. There's no reason to be.
No.
When we got married, when we did the pre-engagement questionnaire.
No reason. I'm just saying, biology, genetics isn't always reasonable. It's a toss of the dice. Sure, the dice might be limited in certain ways. There might be a wall the dice hit because there are limitations. The genetics are limited in certain ways, but not predictable. It's like you toss the limited dice into an unlimited blender of possibility and turn it up to high. But don't they say in Vegas that the house always wins? What is the house here? Genetics plus nature plus nurture plus bureaucratic red tape. What is that?
Are you nervous, James?
Not for me or for us. Not for us, for them. I am nervous for them. Them is who I am nervous for, and I'm sure it will be fine. I feel bad for anyone who was branded at birth. I mean, with all of this genetic knowledge, shouldn't we be using it to help people?
We do.
I know, we do. But I mean, help babies in advance. Help parents know what type of parenting might work best. Help teachers guide them. Help counselors do their jobs better.
We do, but some people are unreachable, unpredictable, and with dwindling resources. Why risk it on people like
Yeah,
that?
the probabilities say they could be, but what are probabilities except guesses and maths? We're talking about people, individuals, families, babies, hopes, dreams of...
Are you doubting the testing?
No. Just sometimes, maybe, how we're using it, maybe it's premature, in utero, to decide who to discard. I mean, I completely agree with a woman's right to choose to do what's right for her body and her family. The choice debate was settled long ago. I sometimes wonder about the pre-certification law, mandating these tests, legislating what is an acceptable range of behavior in genes when nothing has happened, no actual laws broken. What if? It's all just a roll of the dice and we're punishing people, sending them to separate communities, relegating them to certain jobs out of fear rather than reason.
You're scaring me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. need to think about what I'm thinking aloud. And I mean, I'm sure, look, Danny and Renee are amazing. I'm sure your test results are
Are a
fine.
disaster.
A disaster. Let's not make assumptions based on what happens after a gallon of wine.
Maybe we should go to bed.
Really?
And in the morning, think about this. In the morning, talk
I
about
think we need to.
I need to know, do I take her advice? What if, whatever she did in her pregnancy, whatever they screwed up the baby, screwed up pre-certification and the baby and their entire lives. If the perfect couple can't handle the dice, don't do the right, who do I trust? Who do we trust?
Me, Annie. You trust me. The baby will be perfect. You can trust me.
Let's go to bed, please. I don't want to think about this anymore. It's Danny.
I was trying to sleep.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was so late.
That's what you apologize for?
What else have
You
I?
ran out. You ran out on me, on us, me and our friends. You ran out.
You made it impossible.
I did not.
The baby is not going to be okay.
Of course he, she, they is. Of course.
You saw the results, the report.
You're tired. You're not thinking straight. You've had too much pop.
There's no such thing
Going
as
to bed. In the morning, well, are you coming? Are you coming?
it wasn't the pot. It's the fine print in the genetics, the chance.
Tomorrow. Well, you're not in the running out right now. Clearly, you.
Clearly
I clearly misjudged your state of mind. Look, I still think you should apologize for the walking out, but I think this I should not have mentioned.
You really shouldn't
But
have.
they were mentioning.
Celebrating. They were celebrating. It was an occasion to tell your best friends that you're pregnant. It's a thing. A capital T thing.
I know, Renee. We just fucking did it ourselves.
And they should be able to celebrate just like we were able to.
Of course, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be able to.
But then you turn the conversation away, far away, to the elephant in the paperwork, in the fine print in the room.
I did. It wasn't a planned attack on you or our baby.
Or on sanity, or on the truth, or on our years of friendship.
I think we should go to bed. I'm going to bed. And I'm sorry. It just came out of my mouth.
Like rabbit shit.
No, not like drivel. And I'm sorry, I should have just said we were still waiting.
We're not still waiting for anything. I did not get overwhelmed. I did not exaggerate. I told you it's what the doctor said. I showed you the report, the results, the empty space where he should have signed that we qualified for, that our baby qualifies for a pre-certificate. I showed you.
It's time for bed. We'll talk about this in the morning when you're calmer.
This is not about me being calm.
Good night, Renee. And I didn't just encroach. We are friends. We share information and
You
experience.
didn't share.
I did.
You lied.
Nothing is decided. Nothing is. Look, Renee, darling, my love. Who here has the negotiating experience? Thank you. Please, just let me take care of it. The first offer is always the worst offer. You have to negotiate. We should just go to bed. In the morning, I'll
It wasn't an offer, Danny. It was test results.
never take a first offer.
You You didn't sign the form, I showed you.
We'll fix it. I'll fix it. I promise.
Do you remember you wore a light green ribbon
Yes, but
every year on the anniversary of passing of the pre-certification law?
I didn't march for it.
Progress, Renee, progress. Population controls must be in place if we're to have enough water to survive. We only want to birth the best. With global warming forcing hundreds of millions to migrate, only bringing the best into society is imperative to survival.
It's been a long night and
Remove the impurities, Renee. No more genetic mutations, no more autism, cancer, mass shootings, extreme behavior, and extreme disease wiped out.
I didn't insist on it. And even if I was passionate in my arguments, it doesn't apply to us. Look at us.
You voted for it. You voted for the pre-birth certification to be required by law. In utero testing. That's
So did you.
modern.
I didn't.
You did.
I really didn't.
But you,
Oh, you were so excited about it. You and your ribbons. So I told you that I did, but I couldn't. I mean, God, Danny, who gets to play God? Why do we get to play it? Should we play it? Genes in and of themselves are not good or bad. They're just genes. No one knows which will predominate or which will activate or which will affect behavior and what about nurture? What about
not God. No one said we were gods. We're just making tweaks to
I
our...
didn't feel right looking down at my ballot.
There have only been 2 mass shootings since the vote.
I know.
2. There used to be 1 a month or more before that.
I know.
Autism, gone. Deafness, gone. Cancer, extremely rare. We are on track to have enough fertile soil, enough clean air to last at least another 300 years.
I know. But I also know those that we call crackpots who warned us that all we had were probabilities, not certainties. We couldn't see all the side
It
effects.
was about safety, Renee, safety and security. It's evolution, survival of the fittest. And the genetic mutations, were killing us. The law is fine. Our doctor just made a mistake.
On voting day, I was hovering. My finger was hovering over the ballot buttons. And I kept thinking, I kept saying in my head, you know, Renee, you know what you think. You've read the research, you've seen the results from control group studies, the entire prototype cities of people comprised of pre-certified humans, the lack of criminal impulse, the heightening of senses and of intellect, the significant improvement in, you've seen it with your own eyes. Why are you just standing here? Why are you hovering over the, you know what to do, which button to push? And Danny is outside the door, waiting for you to push it. She's already gone. Just push the button and go out and meet her. Get breakfast together. You'll accidentally put too much cream in her coffee, too much sugar. You'll laugh together about the ballot initiative trying to make pot legal again. And you'll sigh as she has to go to work. Too soon. Too soon. And you'll say, let's just sit here for 1 more minute. Smell the eggs and bacon and toast. Smile at the cranky waitress. Soak in the sun. You'll just sit here for a minute in the sun. So just do it, Renee. Just push the damn button. I couldn't. We'd already begun community mandated screenings in some states, putting kids and adults through screenings to help navigate, to ward off whatever the deficiencies they hold in their genes. I know it's good for them, for us, for entire communities, for the world. Imagine how useful it will be when we allow testing in utero, they say. The gold standard of survival. Pre-certification of babies. Clean and pure babies. So we don't even have to worry about what to do with kids who, whatever. I know it would make us safer, more efficient, easier to not have to deal with. I couldn't do it. I couldn't push the button. I couldn't because we've learned this lesson before.
Okay, let's go to bed.
Danny, we've learned, we've seen. When we tried to play God, when we remember Babel, brought down a civilization and broke the world. We've seen what happens.
I'm tired. And you don't think well when you're tired. You're too emotional. You were probably too tired that morning. Not enough coffee, not enough sleep.
It wasn't the coffee, Danny, or the sleep. I think we made a mistake.
We or we?
I think I am tired. I think I'm so tired, I don't know what I think anymore.
Let's go to bed. Please.
I'm not. Well, I mean, I am. I am capable. I am. I am Anne, and I am smart, and I am a creative problem solver, and I am full of potential. My test results prove it. My life skills rating is in the highest percentile. I am Anne. I am capable. I am smart. I am a creative problem solver. I am full of potential. My test results prove it. My life skills rating is in the highest percentile. My partner is perfectly suited to me. My partner is in the second highest percentile. Because of this, we will work everything out. We will work everything out. Everything will be okay. My baby's test results will be perfect. If they're not, we will just try again because I am capable, I am full of potential, My partner is a 98% match. Everything is perfect.
Have you been up all night, Renee? Darling, are you?
I keep seeing it. A button. I keep staring at it. And all that time queuing to vote. And I couldn't vote for it. And I couldn't vote against it. I just didn't vote. And now I might have doomed our baby to a life among the rejects and the ghettos.
Villages, and only if...
And who can only rise to a certain, are only permitted certain lives, certain jobs, and us blamed by friends, by family, by ourselves. And I look at our lives and what we've made of our shabby genetic materials.
I have to go to work, sweetie.
If my parents would have known the worst that was possible in us, for us, as children, as adults, if they would have known the full reach of our possible dysfunction.
We chose to be tested, and we were both certified, both within the normal range.
But if you know the worst of what someone is capable of, then can you ever really love them for who they truly are? Or do you just live in fear of what they're capable of, and do you inadvertently teach them to fear what they have locked inside, even if it's not who they truly are? I don't want to raise a child in fear.
Our baby will be fine and certified, I promise.
I think I felt a little like God that day. That day when I was staring at the button with you outside mumbling about breakfast. I think I liked it. The shining promise of controlling the uncontrollable, the power of... I think I liked it. And that's why it was so hard to make a decision, because I knew in my heart that voting for these tests was wrong. But Jesus H. fucking Christ on a stick, did it feel good to have the power of God. Damn the consequences. And they made it so easy to push the button, to be God.
Well, maybe if God did a better job, we wouldn't have to play it.
And the posters, and the propaganda, and the future envision. Happy families streaming 24/7 to prove the safety and security of the testing technologies.
I loved watching The Family Dog.
Who didn't love watching The Family Dog? And voting for the best birthday presents for the kids.
And the 4th of July
And
cinema.
well, not all of it, did it? Seduce us? Or distract us? Or give us something? Or sell something? Or even sell something off?
Like what?
I don't know, like our connection to greatness, like something greater than that we can't control, that's a gift of the universe, something that's greater than, that's unnameable and uncontrollable and essential. We have no great artists, not compared to past generations. Where's our Ansel Adams? Where's our Basquiat? Few scientific breakthroughs.
Because we don't need them as much anymore.
Humanity is flatlining Maybe safer, maybe more secure. We will save water, but is that all of life? I mean, what about the adventure? What about the culture, the discoveries? Are we really willing to give up all of that for, I don't know, palette uniformity? That's extreme. It's not. You know it's not, because when everything is square, uniform, there is no room for possibility.
We don't need great peacekeepers now that we have an opportunity to be at peace. What inspires artists now is different.
No room for other possibilities, other shapes, other pieces of us beyond what we can imagine, because we have ripped out possibility like a weed. We are weeding the garden because we think we know what each gene does, how it should be counted and considered, and how it functions.
We know what it's capable of.
But not what it will do. Only the mechanics. Some mechanics. We can't see the whole picture. What if we jumped in too deep?
Okay. Maybe a point. God, right? Who is? Doesn't matter. What matters is, this is about us, about our baby. If you are gonna give up on
What?
if you are gonna give up on us
Give
this
up
season,
on what?
our progeny.
Our progeny? What is this, an old episode of Star Trek? Our progeny?
If you are gonna give up on our kids,
Who says I'm giving up on
values. I thought we both value.
what?
You fight for what you value, Renee. You fight for what you value because it's important to you. I am gonna fight for our baby. That doctor has no idea who he's fucking with. So the baby may have a tendency towards whatever, doesn't matter. We are gonna get his signature on that fucking form. Trust me. I promise.
I love how strong and sure you are. Even when I'm not sure at all.
We may not be gods, but we're gonna win. Now I have to go to work. Go lie down, take a nap. You're exhausted, my love.
Testing. Is this thing on? Is this? Fuck it. Two pelicans walk into a bar. The first pelican says to the second, I hear your babies were starving and you cut yourself with your beak and fed them with your own blood. The second pelican says, yeah, I heard your baby was falling out of the nest and you leapt out and laid your body on the ground to break their fall. The first pelican turns to the stork tending bar and says, what did you do for your kids? And the stork says, I dropped them into the ocean and watched them drown.
That's not funny.
6 of one, none of the other.
I'd like to at least dream in private.
I like to not dream at all, but here we be.
Are you my dream or am I yours?
Does it matter?
Of course it. Can't you just, in my sleep, be nice, be kind, be not yourself?
I am kind. In these situations, look, kindness is supposed to be the way of technology. Help making life easier, to whatever, just easier for everything. This could all be over. One trip back to the doctor. You know, you only have another week to take the shot. Then you... Look, This is kind. Look, if you only understood. Look. No, I should continue. Asturkin and Renee walk into a bar.
This doesn't feel kind.
How does it feel, Renee? Not to Danny, not to the doctor. To you.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm starting to think that in the world, in the big, whole, wonderful world, which is not a small world after all, it's huge and frightening, and who wants it anyway? I mean, it's hard enough as it is, you know, being certified, and that is a privilege. I now know. I mean, I knew, but now I understand. It's a privilege to live where I live and not in the catacombs.
The underground village.
To work where I work, to eat where I eat, to drive where I drive. I always thought of it as normal, but it's only normal because I am certified. But they say we have statistics, we are safer, resources preserved. The new eugenics is the way. You're never this quiet for this long. Well, what do you think?
Got tipped.
I mean, I'm just saying, maybe it is better this way, better before we get attached, before we... I'm so tired. And I love Danny. And she is enough for me. So, maybe, if she can't get the doctor to sign the form, and she can't, I know she thinks, but it's not gonna happen. So, maybe we just end it. And maybe we try again, or maybe we are just us. But maybe I don't want to give birth to a monster. Not even a monster that's a genetic cocktail of Danny and I. I don't want our worst nightmare inflicted upon us, upon the world. Maybe our genetic material, the pieces of us, are unworthy of surviving.
I can't do this. I can't. God, Renee, do you really think that? You two unworthy and me unkind. You and Danny, you're the best people I know.
I'm so sorry, Renee.
What in the...
They're gonna reprogram you, Renee. I don't have much time. You are worthy. Seeing how happy you two are, what wonderful people. You two are the best. Anne and I, we look at you both, we marvel, we can't imagine better parents, better friends, better... They're gonna unplug me, Renee, at the beach this afternoon. Please!
How's the coffee?
Good. Perfect, actually. Thanks
Of
for
course.
this.
I wanted to apologize
Oh, there's
for
no-
Renee running out and ruining
She
you.
didn't ruin
Oh,
anything.
come on, it was.
No! Really?
Thank you.
You were great. Thanks.
I should get back
Do
to
you have another half hour for lunch? You're looking great.
thanks.
I made a list of what you asked for.
Oh,
All of our favorite books and foods, the foods that Renee can eat without feeling sick, even when she thinks she's gonna be sick.
Great, yeah.
I just emailed them to you.
Perfect. Thanks. Ah. Well,
I thought we could talk about them. Talk about what other lists you might need.
That
There
would
are
be-
other things, other ideas, depending on how you and Jamie
you've
feel
already
about
been too kind, spent too much time.
No, there's no limit to what we'd share with you.
Yes! Yes, thanks for the list. I'll look at them soon as I get home. Thanks, again. I should.
You're not gonna look at
Of course, we are, of course. But it was so kind.
I owe you a refill at least.
No, that's not enough.
There's a long line now.
I'll just,
Wait a minute.
how's work going in the senior suite? How is
We talk about work all the time. How about,
but now that you are upstairs, I dreamed about upstairs, and now that you are
I thought
up
we'd
there,
talk about you, about your baby.
I'd rather not. I think about the baby all the time.
And you'd rather think about work? Because you don't think about that all the time? What's going on here, Anne? Do you want my job, Anne? You were passed over for it.
I would suck at your job.
You would suck at it. But you wanted my job. You interviewed for it. Are you looking for a way to undermine my fitness for the position, Anne?
That's not right. You are so much better at words than I am.
And
What? Nothing. It's nothing. I wanted to hear. I have never been in the senior suite. I bet it is cool. That's all. It's just, the free espresso and the first class upgrades and I don't know. I didn't mean to offend you. I didn't mean to refill clearly. Too jittery already. I'm going to just head back to my desk.
so you don't want our advice and our lists, but you dream about my job?
It's not that.
You know, don't you?
I don't know anything.
How did you hear? How did you? It's confidential, legally protected information, and employers are not allowed to use pre-results to vet current employees unless there is an imminent danger to the community. So, how did you know?
I don't know.
So you guess?
You two were just acting so odd. And then the pre-certs came up and you raved on and on about doctors and mailing addresses and in-up postman. We just.
You don't know a fucking thing.
No, I'm sorry to pry. I'm sorry. But is it true? Did it not concern you? You don't know. No, I don't. I'm sorry. Can we just go back? Can we just pretend? Let's take a look at your lists. I'm sure they're really great lists. I'm looking forward to checking everything off of your list, getting all of your advice.
And
I want to hear all about the books on your lists.
I will not let you ruin our lives, Anne. I will not let you take my job. I will not let you spread rumors.
I would never.
Say it with me. Anne,
Yes,
I don't know
I don't know.
a fucking thing.
A fucking thing.
And if I say anything,
And if I say anything
to anyone,
to anyone,
even Jamie,
Danny, please. Even Jamie.
then Danny will slit my throat.
And Danny, well, I get it. I promise. I do. Lip seal. Not even to Jamie.
Now I'll get you that refill. Mine's shorter now.
Thank you for meeting me.
I don't know why I agreed to. I just don't understand.
I'm an in-mind avatar. They implant me during pre-testing for scenarios like this, in case you need to be convinced to start again for the good of the community.
How could you? For all these years? To all those people be an in-mind avatar? In their brains. You're a colonizer, Jamie. You colonize individual minds. Did you ever even have a grandfather, Max?
Not a stork, Renee. Not a stork. Program.
All of it?
Yeah, all.
How could you do that to women?
I know, but I had to. There was no other choice.
There's always a choice. It's like mental terror.
Please just know. I am so sorry.
In-mind avatars are controversial.
They say for the good of
Of the community, yeah, I heard
I
that.
saw you two suffering after so many years, and I just know I couldn't. And I think that's why they assigned me to your case. They knew that I would know all of the intimate, what buttons to push, what.
They're not wrong.
I couldn't handle
It's
it.
because you are a good person. An honest person.
An idiot.
Not a...
Yeah, because it doesn't matter. I probably won't see you for a while, so. I hope that you decide to roll the dice. Because you just never know. We just never know.
I mean, we do
No,
know.
I respect whatever you choose, but don't do it because of the pre-certification, because they don't. We know what the tests indicate, what they suggest, how the genetics might influence an individual, and what role they might play in society or outside. And there's no way to know who someone is going to be.
Why are you making this decision harder? Why? Danny is so... I don't know what to do. 8 years next week. It's gonna be 8 years since we decided to have a baby. 8 since we began trying. And between her and... You don't have to.
No, it's your.
Between her and I, and mixing our eggs and matching a sperm donor and passing the tests and our parents and the regulations on it. This was supposed to be easy. You know? For other people, it was simple. Just a test, an insemination. It's not supposed to be like this. This hard. This crazy.
I know.
And now you. Why would you?
It doesn't matter. Just know that I know that this technological battle doesn't have to have only one ending.
I don't trust you. I don't. You messed with my head. You invaded my...
Hey!
I don't trust you! Does Anne know?
You can't tell Anne. Promise. You just can't. She'll leave me. I'm not certified. I'm not. I have a genetic oddity, not hereditary. One extra gene that suggests a behavioral tendency toward violence, possibly at some point in life. And they know. And when I was young, I was in a bunch of programs, but you can't change. No matter how well you do, nature is nature, and so it will always be with me. And so I can't prove, not ever, not in any definitive way, that the gene is not going to change. So I failed the test at 18 and was sent to the villages. Segregated little bunks, little shelves of nothing. My parents, they ashamed. They thought I hadn't worked hard enough in my training. They left me at the village gates. I never heard from them again. Alone, with an approved routine alarm to get up, to get dressed, get a tray of food from the takeout window, work, get takeout, go home, watch a show, go to bed, just repeat. Years. And then I met Anne. And I knew that I loved her the second I saw her. And she didn't even see me. I was a delivery man with an ankle bracelet, tracking my every move. I delivered a box of prepaid postcards to her office. I saw her passionately and articulately defending her position on discontinuing the McOysters from McDonald's. And I fell for her. Her voice, her mind, her face, her legs, I couldn't see spending the rest of my life delivering opportunities for everyone else. I wanted a life. A full, real, beyond the training center life. So I begged my supervisor, and with my near-perfect record in rehab and training, a highly prized natural ability for technological conversions, I was given a choice. A chance to join full society, to introduce myself to Anne, and you, and Danny, and the world. As long as I did this job, I am one of them, one of the unmentionables. And I don't work in an office and design new support for shoes every day. I work in reproductive technologies in a small 4x6 room with a headset and a visor and a computer screen. And I manipulate women, their consciousness through computer-simulated hallucinations, who have failed the pretest to give up their babies. I talk to them when they're susceptible, and I'm on the clock. Sometimes I need to work from my phone, and I have this little app that I can use, and when I need to, I haunt them wordlessly. I send in feelings, shadows, to scare the shit out of them, until the decision is made for the good
of the community.
And if Anne ever found out, but I just want you to know, I am sorry. And we don't really know. All we have is probability. We don't have surety. I just feel like we're gods sometimes.
Oh God, that's Danny. I have to go. I have to go. Danny, please come home.
We're gonna get him by his car.
This isn't the way.
Don't make a scene.
I wasn't the
Don't
one.
start. We're just waiting till.
Let's go home.
Gotta come out somewhere.
This is probably illegal.
Standing in a public parking lot?
Stalking a doctor.
Waiting for.
He can't change
Just following orders?
our orders.
Who's following mine?
We voted for it. Our community, our nation, we voted for it.
Lecture about.
I wasn't lecturing. I'm trying to keep you from getting arrested.
Well, maybe it's worth getting arrested.
It won't change.
I just need to talk to.
You talked. He talked. You talked. He threw you out.
He had us escorted.
He didn't call the police.
How can there be no recourse?
You saw the result.
But this is us!
That's what every couple says.
Then we'll just.
No.
You said you can take the shot. We can start again right away.
I can't do this again, Danny. I just can't.
Won't.
How many times?
It will take
It
again.
was years
I know.
before it actually.
I was here.
You were not. You were not here. I was here. And the doctor was here. Every week, every day injections, every week tests and prodding, and I quit my job for this and all of the scheduling. And
underestimate yourself, Renee.
I can't do this again, Danny. I don't want to. I love you. And you are enough for me. Years of procedures. Day after day. Week after week. I am exhausted. And I'm afraid. And I don't want to live in fear of which egg we'll take, only to be told to start again, or the years we lose being together. So I can sit in a cold waiting room, flipping through old magazines and gazing into the fucking fish tanks for something that I don't even know if I want anymore. I want to live my life, and I don't know that I can. That we can, with all of this hanging over us.
We will have a family.
We are a family. Why can't it just be us? Why are we? Why am I never enough for you?
I don't know, but you're not. I don't think he's coming out. Maybe there's a back door.
You've been quiet.
Oh, sorry.
You don't have to apologize. Is everything okay?
Yes.
So that emphasis means no.
No.
June.
What do I not know about you?
Everyone, but you know everything about
And what do I not know about me?
Annie.
What do we know about anything? I mean, like, we think, but then we think we know. We think that we
It's okay.
think that we know, that we have control and can plan and whatever about our lives and make. I do what I'm told. I've always
You're
done.
okay. I'm okay.
I want this baby, Jamie.
And we're gonna have it.
And promises have been made. I have made promises with everything that I've done, with work that with the tests that I have passed. I work hard.
I know.
I deserve this, and people who don't, well, it's not my fault that they don't.
Really about deserving.
Of course, they must have done.
Life is chance. You are born one way or another. You can't control certain aspects or ideas of what you are, of what people think of what you are. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're gonna have a marvelous, wonderful, perfect baby. But just because someone else.
If it's not perfect, we're going to end it and start again.
Let's just press pause. Okay, we don't have to decide anything.
No, Jamie! If it's not. If the baby can't be certified, no question. Stop and begin again. We are not going to have a malfunctioning, a dysfunction.
It's not a software. Listen, Andy is a kid. And even if it's 100% certified, there's no guarantee.
We're going to have the perfect kid. The perfect baby. 10 fingers, 10 toes, 100% pre-certified. I am not going to let anybody down. I am not going to be the one to turn out a monster.
Every perfection is not a monster.
Jamie.
genetic privilege is not an achievement. It's not to be celebrated. You know what should be celebrated? Those that survive and thrive, those that, and others, of course, others too, but there's a triumph in surviving and thriving when you've been discounted for no fault of your own. Look, Eddie, I love you. You know that, right? I love you. I have always loved you from the first time that I saw you.
At the dog park, I know. We had the same color Cocker Spaniel.
Since before then, since
It was destiny, I know, written from stars.
it was engineered. Your whole life, your entire engineered and approved by the government certification, by reproductive technologies, by me. Your privilege is constructed.
I don't understand.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying because I love you and I want you to know every part of me like I know every part of you.
Of course. That is why I want to have the perfect baby with you. 100%. Certified baby, don't you see? Because I want to make something with you. My perfect man.
Okay.
Okay. And if it's not perfect, we're not going to go off the deep end. We're not going to risk, like Danny and Renee. We're not going to lose everything. I can't do that. Clean the slate. Perfectly clear. We'll just begin again.
I love you. Farther than the farthest star.
Deeper than the deepest ocean.
Danny. He wouldn't sign the form. All he had to do was sign the damn. I had the paper and the pen. I held it out to him. I held it and 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 held it, and he wouldn't take it. He wouldn't fucking. And then he said it wasn't an offer, Renee, like you said. He said it wasn't. You were right. I was wrong. He said there was nothing up for discussion.
Oh, Danny.
I was wrong. I'm never fucking wrong. And so I told him I'm never fucking wrong. And he said nothing, and then good day, ma'am. So I held out the pen again, and he would not take it. Renee, he wouldn't. So I made him take the damn pen, Renee. I made him take it and 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 take it. And then
holes in his hands like gunshots from my little pen. The nurse was knocking, asking everything all right in there. I said, I'll be right out. And I turned back to the doctor, and he was too scared to say anything at all. I had the pen, Renee. All I had to do was sign the damn form.
Somewhere beyond the sea, someone's waiting for me. My baby stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing.
I did love you. You would have been a great mom.
I can't believe they let you come back.
A friend hacked me into your account. Anne doesn't want us to see you anymore. Which means I'm not supposed to see you anymore after Danny.
Of course.
Right.
The waves are loud.
High tide.
They keep pounding. I can't think.
Where's Danny?
They caught her quickly. They caught her running. I think she's in a detention center somewhere in Albuquerque, maybe? Or Australia? Albuquerque sounds farther for some reason.
Renee?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. How's Anne?
She's good. And our baby passed the tests.
Oh.
She's due on August 15th.
She?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I should go. I just wanted to say, I always appreciated your kindness. We really did like you both. And so for those years, I appreciate that. And I know Anne does too, or she will once she has some perspective, so thank you. And good luck.
Yeah, you too. Us too, with appreciation for the years and everything.
It's really none of my business now, but do you want it? If not, I'll go with you to take the shot if you don't want to go alone. I'll be there for you.
It's okay.
You'll be fine. You'll both be fine.
Goodbye, Jamie.
Bye, Renee.
There once was a baby named Diana. And she grew up beautiful and strong and sure and uncertified. And she changed the world.